Okay. So yesterday during our math testing day, I assigned you like a drag and drop. What do these words mean? Okay. Now, some of you are kind of panicking, like, I'm not really sure about this word. Well, guess what? It was just like, let's see where you stand. Okay. So I like checked it off. I didn't put a grade in the grade book. Okay. But I checked it off. And those of you who turned it in before 8 a.m., I've already given you feedback and I changed the colors of ones that were incorrect. Okay, so you can go back and look through that this weekend and fix them if you need to. Now, we are going to talk about what all the different words are that mean our 4 different operations. Okay, so as you can see on that very front page of your packet, we are going to be working with solving equations. Okay, and sometimes I'm going to give you an equation to solve. Sometimes we're going to have to write the equation to solve. Okay, so the very first thing we're going to do before we even talk about how to solve an equation is just take phrases and be able to write them mathematically. Okay, so what are some words that you think mean that we need to add 2 numbers together? Like, what's a number that or what's a word or a phrase you remember from yesterday? The sum. That is a very important word. Okay. Bennett, did you have a different one? Okay, what's like a really simple way to say add these 2 numbers together? Like, what is the sign called in between? What do we call it? A plus sign. So if we see the word plus, that means we need to add 2 numbers together. Get it, Jada. Okay. If I add 2 numbers, then our result, we think of going up or down. More than. Or along those same lines, increased by. Now, what if you go to the store and you buy a bunch of things, and at the bottom of your receipt, what's that word that it says at the bottom? Total. Total. What did you do with all the items that you bought? What did they do with those prices? They add them together. So total would also be a word that we can think of. I'm going to add those together. Okay. And then the phrase all together is another one to be on the lookout for. Okay. I think addition is probably one of the more simpler ones to recognize than the other 3. So let's talk about subtraction. Jada, what color should I write subtraction with? Blue? Okay. All right, who can raise their hand and give me a word that they know means subtraction? Okay, Bennett and Jada have been kind of like on a roll here. So thank you for contributing. Ariana. Difference. Bronson. Take away. Really simple one. Less than. Minus. Now I'm going to put a little star by less than because we're going to have to talk about it. Harper. Decreased by. Okay. And then I'm also going to write up here subtracted from. And I want you to put a little star by that one also. Now, why did I have you put a little star by it? I want you to go down here where it says turnaround phrases, okay? And we're gonna write in phrases like less than and subtracted from indicate that you need to reverse the order. So go ahead and write that and I'll tell you what I mean. So if I say something like 5 less than a number, well, really, what is being subtracted from what? Okay, so for a number,
The number minus 1.
okay, so really we have a number minus 5. So I know that they said 5 first, but really 5 is the one that's being subtracted from our mystery number. Okay, same thing is gonna happen when we say subtracted from. Okay. All right, Corin, what should we, what color should we do for multiplication? Back to purple? We already did purple, yeah. Yellow? Okay, I'm gonna have to do like a dark yellow so we can see it, okay? All right, multiplication. Jada and Bennett are all over it. Bronson. Ooh, that's a good one. Twice. You remember that from the, Ryan? Times. What's that, word that starts with a P? Product. Bronson. Multiply would be a good one. Okay. Okay. At the same lines as times, sometimes they could say double, sometimes they could say triple. Okay, all of those, excuse me, I meant to put that with twice. I feel like all of those kind of mean the same thing, where we're multiplying a number by a specific number, like twice or double, we're multiplying by 2, triple, we're multiplying by 3. Now, one that I noticed a lot of us were getting wrong on our thing was the word of. If I say 1/2 of 5, you're taking 1/2 and you're multiplying it by 5. Okay. Per is another word I want you to be on the lookout for, which is a really weird word when you just say it by itself. Per. They sound like cats. All right, let's talk about division. Harper, what color should we do? Green. Okay. Do you want like that teal green on the right or like green there? Teal green, awesome. Okay. Division. Half means we'd be like dividing by 2, right?
Quotient.
Quotient. Yes. Thank you, Bronson. Okay. Anything else? Oh, I'll give you a very simple one. Divided by, right? I mean, that one should scream like hello. Along with the half, sometimes we might think or we might see third, okay? Half we're dividing by 2, third, we're dividing by 3. Okay. And then one that you're probably not going to come up with without me is separate. Did I spell that wrong? If I did, just don't tell Miss Rue. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We have a bunch of examples that we need to just practice this, okay? Some of you were like having some anxiety during that assignment yesterday because you just really weren't sure what to do. You're only gonna get better with practice. So we're gonna practice in class and then you're gonna have homework, okay? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna do some together and then I'm gonna have you do some with your partner, okay? So let's look at 1 through 4 right here at the bottom, okay? And what I'm gonna do, I am going to highlight the word that is going to help us figure out if we should do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, okay? So in number 1, I see the word more than, and if we have more than, Ryan, what operation are we doing? Adding. So 5 more than a number. So my number is going to be X. I don't know what a number is. And you can say X plus 5, or you can say X minus, or 5 plus X. It doesn't matter which way you write it with addition. Okay. So when it says a number, we're just going to write some sort of variable. Okay. The quotient of a number and -2. Quotient means to do what? Divide. So you can write a number divided by -2 or a number divided by -2. I don't care how you write it. I'm probably going to write it in the first way. Okay. Now this time I used N for a number. It doesn't matter which letter of the alphabet you choose. I would just not choose O. Why would I not choose O?
0.
It might look like a 0. Okay. All right, Brady, which word do we need to pick out in number 3? Twice. And twice is telling us what operation, Brilliant? Multiply. Okay, twice a number means we're doubling some sort of number. H for homage. Arislin, what word pops out at you for that number 4? Decreased by. A number decreased by 7. What operation are we doing? Subtraction. A number decreased by 7. Okay. Okay. Do you have those 4 things written down just like I do? Okay. When I ask you for the expression, that's what I'm looking for. Okay. I see some of you writing down addition, subtraction, division, whatever. Okay. That's great if you need that little reminder, but the answers I'm looking for are what I have written in pink right there. Okay. Let's go ahead and turn to the next page, please. Oh man, number 5. So nice, right? Quinlan, what word pops out at us at number 5? Product. And product, everybody, means that we need to multiply the product of a number and 12. So how about Q for Quinlan? 12 times Q. Okay. Okay, here's where we need to be careful. Okay. So first of all, Braxton, and number 6, what word is popping out at you? Number 6.
Subtracted.
Subtracted from. It says 3 subtracted from a number. So we're subtracting, but do we write the 3 first or do we write the 3 second? Okay, subtracted from means 3 is being subtracted from the number. And this time, subtraction, the order does matter. 5 minus 2 is not the same thing as 2 minus 5. Okay. Okay. Number 7 is the last one we're going to do together. Then I'm going to give you a job to do with your partner. Okay. Olivia, what word pops out at you in number 7? Earning. Okay. We're earning $15. Oh, I don't want to like color it in. Per hour. And if we flip back to our other page, where do you see per? Multiply. Okay. So we're doing 15 times a number is what we need to do there. Okay. All right, so this is your job. I'm going to give you the next minute and a half, 8, 9, 10, 11. I want you to do those 4. You and your partner, your elbow partner, I want you to work together. Okay. Yeah.
It's definitely like, because like divided by like a number.
Right, so we have 50 markers that we're dividing among a number of students.
Okay.
Yeah, so the 50 being first. Give me a thumbs up if you have all 4. Okay, Brady, what did you write for number 8? Okay, less than the cost of a ticket. So $5 less than the cost of the ticket. I like that it's subtraction. Okay, why?
Because you have less than, so if you had the 5.
Okay, so X is the bigger number. The cost of the ticket is some number. And then we're subtracting 5 from it to make a smaller number. Does that make sense, Brady? Okay, and those are the ones that we are gonna have to be careful with, okay? It's not the first time that you are probably gonna make that mistake, okay? But we're just gotta practice it. All right, number 9, Cordell, what do you have written down? Yeah, number 9. Yep.
Oh, 5 times.
No, I like plus, but I think I'd rather have 24 instead of 5
Oh, okay.
because there's this 24 right here. Okay. All right. How about number 10? Tyler, what do you have? 50 divided by X, 50 divided by a number of students, okay? And if you do 50 divided by X, that's beautiful, okay? All right. And then Denise, what do you have for number 11? You put A. A is great. I love A. Okay. So of means we're multiplying. Okay. Now our next couple examples, and I don't know if we're going to go through all of them. We're going to pick a couple to do, but we have multiple things happening. Okay. So let's look at number 14 right here. The total of 8 times a number and 5. So total means what? Addition. And then we have this 8 times a number. What about, oh, times, what does that mean? Multiply. So the total of 8 times a number and 5. We're adding 8 times a number. So I'm going to write 8x and 5 plus 5. Okay. How about number 12? Half of a number minus 19. Okay, well, minus means we have subtraction overall, right? So minus 19, but then half of a number means what operation with that 1/2? Okay, so like we're dividing by 2 to cut it in half. You okay, Jana? You had a look. Just thinking hard? Okay. All right. Now, I want to wrap up here in a couple minutes so you can start on your homework. But like down here, I have a bunch of expressions where we have the opportunity to write words. Now, is there one and only way to write words for an expression? No, people, look how many different ways we have to write our 4 operations. Okay, so the way that you write it might not be the way that I write it, might not be the way that Corin writes it, but they all might mean the same thing. So we can be creative here. So like, whoops, n minus 9. Raise your hand if you have a way that you want to write n minus 9. Finish. Okay, that's the subtraction we're gonna have to be careful with. A number subtracted. So that's that. Both of those are backwards way. So if you're wanting to say less than, with 9 less than a number, how could we also write it? You could say something as simple as a number minus 9. That would be a lot more straightforward, right, Bennett? Yeah. Okay. Okay, look at number 20. K plus 10. Trent, how could we write that? K plus 10. How could we describe that? The sum of a number and 10. Done. So I know it's not enough time to get your homework done, but it's enough time to get your homework started. Your homework is page 3 of our packet, but I'm going to have you cross out number 13. So you only have 19 problems for your homework. Thank you, Bronson.